Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm gonna do a daily. We gotta do a lot of dailies. Sprinkle them in. Just a little sprinkle. So for today we're gonna be playing Lazarus. It looks like we're going all the way to the cathedral, and I'm trying to remember, there's a formula, or rather a heuristic that you can essentially use to determine which route you should take on a daily if it's not going all the way. And I believe that if you're going to the cathedral as your maximum destination, it's advisable to try to find a self-sacrifice room. I think it's worth it. But I'm a little bit out of practice, and also I'm trying not to stress about it too much. You know, I'm not overly concerned about whether or not we're going to be able to go absolutely everywhere. I'm just going to have fun on the dailies. You do have to win 5 in a row, and we're at 1. They don't have to be 5 consecutive days, to the best of my knowledge, so I'm feeling okay in that regard. Potentially ill-advised. I mean, this is a damage penalty without a doubt, but we're coming back to life. And then we'll pop that. It's a 48-hour energy, so probably useless. We'll grab this. The big reason to do this is get to 0 luck and also get your damage potential raised. So the fact that we were able to do that on the first floor and do so productively, even if the self-sacrifice room didn't give us essentially anything, it's quite useful. I would also love to find a regular secret room and get enough money to possibly spawn an arcade, because that could be meaningful for us moving forwards. It seems like it would be most likely to be here. What? Okay, then secondarily, this one also looked likely. Alright, fair enough. We get skeleton key, actually really nice, and pheromones. Skeleton key, at least, you might think it does nothing. You're slightly wrong. It does close to nothing. Man, that would have been a great floor for us to have saved the bomb by going with our gut, actually, but so be it. 2 cents? Any chance 2 cents? No. Still, I love skeleton key, great consumables. However, we are going to use some of those consumables to open up shops. The idea is hopefully they give us something in return, but we're going to do it regardless just to get maximum exploration bonus. We also have a key beggar. And if there was ever a run on which to give the key beggar a chance, it certainly seems like it would be this one. Keep in mind, on every daily, and I mean this in no uncertain terms, on every daily, you should endeavor to get to boss rush. Hush is a little bit less relevant, I can't remember. Mega Satan. Anytime you can fight an optional boss except for Delirium, I think it ends up being worth it. But again, I'm so far out of the daily meta that I may very well be incorrect about that. Either way, we're set up very nicely to win this run. As long as we don't throw ourselves under the bus by being stupid, we're set up very nicely to win. Book of Revelations, great defensive item. Proptosis, obviously amazing on offense. And we're kind of dreaming of the shops that give us 2 luck upgrades for free, because right now we're not crushing it from a fiduciary standpoint, you know? We didn't buy into Bitcoin back in the day. I'm worried about dating myself with the Bitcoin reference, because I don't know, it was way up and then it dropped like 30% over the course of a single day, so I don't know. Maybe I'm dating the episode by talking about Bitcoin. Mostly I'm just mining it as a source of, like, well, a sign of the times, right? We picked up the Mark, which takes our damage up to 12.46. Just ridiculous early on here. We do want bombs, because I've been playing so many runs as the Lost, I'm kind of conditioned right now to look at a Tinted Rock and be like, no thank you. But we should be saying thank you. We did get a bomb. Pop this. We should be looking for secret rooms, but if we can use a bomb to maybe get some money out of it as well. I think this run is so easy, and so many people are going to be on roughly the same line that we're on. So a high proportion of the people that are still playing, I mean, because I don't know how many people are doing dailies to begin with, but we should try to maximize our gameplay here. This could get a secret room, so I think this is the spot. Worth a shot. And you know what? I know why you're watching these videos. Let's use the key beggar. He could give us more keys. Either way, how many keys are we going to give him? Maximum, like, 40. That's a lot, but... No! I tried, Key Beggar. Sincerely. We also have, Burnt Penny, which is actually... Dang. Really nice for us. And really helpful from a consumable generating standpoint. Unfortunately, I kind of bungled that one, but we're doing very well. I mean, we got 12.46 damage. Nothing can hold us down at this point. We also have Deal with the Devil Precedent, which is what we want. We should be looking for a self-sacrifice room at an opportune time. Probably not yet, but just keep it, like, on your radar at least. You stay away from me, sir. Ace of Diamonds. Ace of Diamonds is good. It's actually almost exclusively not that amazing, but... Oh, I stepped on his creep. Okay, hold it together. It's almost exclusively not that amazing, but if we can find, like, a second secret room full of red hearts, like, even this could be useful. Turn all the red hearts into coins. Those coins are coins, but they're also bombs, potentially. And we're gonna get a golden bomb right off the bat here, which is worth a lot to begin with. Because we need this to access all of our other chests. Hopefully, like, we're pursuing a line that not everybody has time for. It might even be worth turning the bombs into coins. As ridiculous as that might sound, but I don't think I can justify it. We should pick up all the coins. The coins will also give us bombs. And then we'll re-roll all of those into coins. The coins continue to give us bombs. And we get Able, which probably is not worth the punishment that we're going to get for having picked it up in the first place, but... could be worse. It's along for the ride. And, you know, we have a perfect situation to bring along some trash items just for work experience. You know, take your kid to work day. I do like Sworn Protector, which is not this item, but I also like Smart Fly. Especially if we can get some kind of, like, dull razors sort of synergy going. Not that that's necessarily highly likely, but... got some good stuff going there. We will definitely get at least a 3rd level Bandage Girl, because we got Book of Revelations so early. And finally, also have a useful shop where we have Diplopia. Whew, it's gonna be one of those runs. We got all sorts of difficult decisions. You know, it's like we've been craving nachos all day. We've been talking to our coworkers. Man, I could really go for some nachos later. And then we get to the establishment and we go, but the corn dogs look good too. That's really where we're at right now. Somewhere torn between nachos and corn dogs. But I'm going to make my decision, and the metaphor becomes even increasingly apt because it's my decision. It's my decision, nachos. So, I'm going to stick with Diplopia. Please applaud the dad joke. Or please clap, rather, as the vernacular might dictate. Excuse me. I'm gonna save Diplopia. The idea is we're gonna make boss rush. Barring catastrophe, boss rush is inevitable. So we're gonna make boss rush. We're gonna use Diplopia to hopefully make boss rush more worthwhile. If we find a deal with the devil that makes a good case for us to use Diplopia on it, or even a shop, or even an item room, really could happen. Then we should not shy away from it. You know, we should have a plan, but be flexible, I think, in case things start to change. We gotta stay agile. We gotta do our daily stand-up. You know, we're in a sprint right now. This is our cave. Okay, I'm not gonna continue going with this methodology. The AE. Stay out of the way, please. Thank you. No deal with the devil. We definitely don't care about duplicating a ball of bandages at the present moment, even though it would allow us to stick with Book of Revelations, which probably... from a point standpoint, is the right choice. Book of Revelations, that is. We should have looked for a second secret room, too, but... because Book of Revelations not only, you know, protects you... you know, this is a good time for it. It protects and attacks, but mostly it just protects. We still would be getting the points for picking up Spirit Hearts to begin with, so it would pay dividends by itself, but still... I like Diplopia. And it's not like Diplopia is an item we're going to stick with forever. We're probably... get him to spawn on the other side, please. Well, he spawned right on top of me, which actually ended up being good as well. Sometimes you can cheese his spawn and get him to move over to one side, which is an enemy that shoots radial bullets is very good for us. We would like... Stop. That was so close. He's going to explode in like a millisecond here. I.e. 2 incredibly potent hits. We're mostly coming at this run from a position of what is also fun for us. And we're doing really well at that so far, I think. I am banking on a sick, nasty devil deal on this floor. I guess I shouldn't have expected that to pay out. But I want the IV bag so I can get access to all the other money over there. I also am definitely going to come back. That was mad stupid. I'm definitely going to come back for the curse room. I'm just disappointed that the curse room... Thank you. I'm just disappointed that the curse room, it doesn't appear like we're going to be able to cheese it. Unless we get the ability to fly from our deal with the devil, which actually is not unlikely, all things considered. So I'm very happy with everything on this run except for my own damage penalty. We've maybe been hit 4 or 5 times, but I would say probably just about all of those were pretty preventable. It's not like we've been walking into fires, but we could be doing better. No question about it. Still 3 minutes before I start to feel under the gun for boss rush. And it's our ideal room. Definitely we take stopwatch, especially if we're planning on fighting some difficult bosses. We could get 4 luck upgrades, which actually, and 4 spirit hearts, which actually tempts me, but I think we're gonna not do it, even though the chance is there. I've had pretty bad luck on those shopkeepers lately. We definitely want stopwatch. I don't think we care about Buddy in a Box. It's a little too expensive for what it's worth. But a half-price stopwatch really isn't doing it any favors. It just makes it look worse in the whole scheme of things. So this is probably our second secret room, which we're lucky enough to get to without even having to spend a bomb of our own. And that's where we use Ace of Spades, but... Alrighty. I'm still gonna go back for the cursed room. You never know, we've had cursed rooms, and... It's not necessarily a cogent argument because it's happened literally once, maybe twice. We've had curse rooms that have given us all 3 guppy items. A teleportation to the deal with the devil. Apparently is going to be in order for us here. We just got magic mush from our boss fight. So through the power of just good luck, we've essentially managed to pick another daily that's excellent here. Now we do have a self-sacrifice room. I think it's too early to pull the trigger on a self-sacrifice room. I'm starting to, I feel like I'm getting into my groove as far as, like, dailies go, even though I've only done 2. It's a little bit rich to suggest that we're kind of killing it, but, I thought I remembered Corey, twitch.tv/FlackBlag, who is, actually good at this game. I thought I remembered him telling me that it's actually worth going to Delirium on Cathedral runs, from, like, a point standpoint. And he's, like, genuinely... a great daily player. Like, he's top 100 on Greed Butt. So was I, and again, I'm not trying to diminish my own accomplishments. I was top 100 for a long time. I may still be, for all I know. But he's a little bit more consistent than I am, and he's looked into the theory more than I have, or the practice, I guess, as the case is in this situation. So, maybe, but how are we going to guarantee that that happens? We would have to fight Hush, which is... also completely doable, but is going to make for a long run. Anyway, we'll cross these bridges when we come to them. Everybody hates hearing about daily strategy, and I understand why. Try to keep the Zane up while also focusing on... getting things done here. So if the secret room's not there, with Curse of the Unknown, which is actually Curse of the Lost, I'm going to do my best to... try to keep things moving here. Still want to go to the shop, still want to go to the item room, still want to go to every room. But we can't see where we're going on the map. It's not as easy as you might think. It's a good pill. It's not good yet, but it will be good eventually. You know, we should just stick to like a maze-solving sort of pattern here on these rooms. The problem is you start from the middle instead of starting from the end, but if it's like... you know, we have a pattern. We always go left first until we hit a dead end, and then we go up until we hit a dead end, and then we go right until we hit a dead end. I think that this might make this curse a little bit more manageable for somebody who has problems, like me, of keeping a mental map that's accurate to any degree. Did we save ourselves? It looked like we saved ourselves from getting hit there somehow, but obviously didn't apply long term. It's really just a long con to ensure that I'm able to get the spiders from Spider Babby that will allow me to kill the boss 33.3%, repeating, of course, more quickly. Yeah, never. See you later. Even with 48-hour energy, I think I'm more likely to hurt myself than anything else there. Grab the key. With the 2.00 speed stat, all consumables are welcome on this run, no matter how far the walk. We've had a good shop. This is not going to be greed, so... Ooh, 2 diamonds. I love it. And there we got 2 items that would be very nice for us. You know, if we could get Jar of Flies later, that would be lovely. We probably will not, but it's all worth it for Diplopia if we end up having, like, an incredibly useful boss rush. Only time will tell if that's the case, though. If I'm being honest, I feel like I'm playing relatively badly. I would, right now, count us as probably being in, like, I don't know, maybe, like, the top 15% on a run. It sounds like a humble brag to be like, oh, I'm only top 15%, but... I mean, maybe in some ways it is, but... Like, I just talked Corey up. You're not gonna love this, I think, but... I'm gonna do this. Probably gonna get hurt? Yeah. But the reason we did that was to get Bookworm. I should have used it once, but I was kind of under the gun as far as time goes. I was talking Corey up. Corey is better than me at this game. Almost objectively, I would say. Occasionally, like if we raced each other, I think he would win 55% of the time, which is a modest cut, but I think that is enough to say that, you know, if we were in EA Sports, he'd be like a 98 and I'd be like a 95 or something like that. Not bad, obviously, but there would be a marked statistical difference. The reason I don't think that being in the top 15% on a daily is good is because I probably have more time in this game than maybe 99,000 out of every 100,000 people that has purchased it. Probably, maybe even 99,900. So we're into like the 99%. Like I played this game in the top 1,000%. This is not the way that works. the 1,000th percentile. 1 in 1,000 people plays the game as much as me, I think is what I'm getting at. So to be, you know, oh, I'm the top. If you took 6 average players, I'd probably be number 1. That's a little bit below what I should aspire to. I will definitely take Compound Fracture. We really, really want to explore on this floor. We want to do all these rooms, because we ain't coming back. We certainly want to do Boss Rush, and we want to do Boss Rush fast enough for us to do Hush as well, in case we do decide that Delirium is the proper play. But I think that is all going to fall into place. I mean, we're already, like, we found the room where everything's going to happen here. Now, the downside is we don't have any red hearts. And you don't always want to have red hearts, but I want to have red hearts right now because it's mostly peace of mind, to be honest. You know, it means that if we beat the odds and get a deal with the devil, we know we're going to be able to afford whatever they got without putting ourselves in harm's way. That being said, we are going to go to our curse room as well. Despite the fact that that's going to make it even harder for us to purchase something, because there could be spirit hearts in there, or there could be a guppy item in there, or, you know, exactly the situation you see in front of you at the present moment could happen. We could get a bunch of freaking spiders. Okay, I like that, and I have to take it. I really think that that's the right call. And I am also scared, but I think there's a case to be made that if we live through Boss Rush, this has all been worth it. This would be a lovely time to get the Hierophant. Don't get hit. I was just about to say, don't get hit like that. It's such an obvious location. No greed. No greed. Thank you. We definitely want BFF. We definitely want this. We want to see if that's a good card. It's not really. The Spirit Heart by itself, I'm really banking on that being useful. I'm Drowsy is not going to be useful, but not necessarily bad. So this is where all of our hopes and dreams lie at this point. If we can get a good Diplopia play, the world's our burrito, dude. Great damage. Grab this. You gotta check. This would be a great Krampus fight. No, we've already been there. That's right. We took Little Brim. This is trash. This is just a trash room, and we have to go with it. Unfortunately, because it's a daily. So above all else, that almost exploded in my face. Beware of enemies that leave red poop. Beware of enemies that shoot beams across the map. That's what I was just gonna say. Explode that TNT. Get that trash out of here. In fact, blow up the center of the map. What do we want here? I guess we really, weirdly enough, we want remote detonator. Starting to roll a little bit. Thank you for the Spirit Heart. Thank you for the Spirit Heart. What's our other enemy? It's Death. What do we say to Death? DAE, Game of Thrones. I know, I can't say that because I binge-watched like 7 seasons in less than 3 months, but in my defense, I like it. When I made fun of people for liking Game of Thrones, I didn't know that I would like it, and that's why I feel justified in having been a dismissive jerk. Why can't you see things my way? See? I don't know where the Spirit Hearts are coming from, but I'm over the moon that they choose to show up for me. Yeah, you can't fly, that's right. Stop stepping on trash. Stop stepping on trash! So Mini-Mush, we have to remind ourselves, is not actually a range upgrade, it's a shot height upgrade, which usually means that shots stay in the air longer. Does that actually matter for us? Like, we're at maxed out speed. No, I think we're overthinking it. Where are you? Hello. Do we just have to wait for you to hit us? There we go. Another half Spirit Heart. Dude, what are those coming from? It must be something I'm forgetting. Either way, we should take the bombs. It's not like it makes a marked difference, I think, but we do need a spacebar item. And it is 5 bombs, as opposed to a range upgrade. Oh, actually, you know what? We have Proptosis. We should take the shot height upgrade. Assuming it actually functions for us here. I know it doesn't work as well as when you're Azazel, for example, but we're not Azazel, so... Yeah, I think actually we're probably better off taking a second Mini-Mush. We don't need to do it immediately, but... being able to have Proptosis damage while also standing far away from an enemy is advisable. We gotta be close. We got and I just realized this, we got a nice little synergy when we have damage that's taken. We get a BFF, ooh, that's pretty good. We get a BFF, a BFF'd Smart Fly, plus the stopwatch. I mean, you probably take on Drowsy in this case and use it on Hush. We left that fight way healthier than I would have expected. So I'm pleased. Am I as pleased as Punch? I'm just gonna tell you straight away, I don't really know what the expression means. But I'm relatively happy. Does that make you feel better? I think you're an idiot, and I almost blew myself up not even realizing that I had remote detonator despite talking about it for 20 minutes. But I think it is smart for me to probably not go to our curse room here. And you can debate the merits of that all day. It all depends on our current HP, the time that the run is at, and the expected value of a curse room. Thank you. There's something about this. In fact, I think that we should accept that if we use this properly, we get unlimited I'm drowsy pills. Oh, and we get unlimited of whatever consumable we can make it work with, but particularly to be able to duplicate an I'm drowsy pill once every 4 rooms is quite good. It's not quite amazing from a point standpoint, I think, but it's really good from the standpoint of killing bosses that are annoying. For example, the Hush, and then following it up with Delirium, presumably. So, yeah, let's put that to the test here. Because the D1 duplicates something on the ground. If there's only one thing on the ground, it will duplicate that. We can also use it to really crush from a Spirit Art standpoint. But like if we drop I'm Drowsy, then we know we're going to have I'm Drowsy. We don't need I'm Drowsy to kill Loki. But it's probably a good habit to get into. Watch me, I was just going to say, get some I'm Drowsy pills. 48-hour energy. Range up, relax, friends till the end. An update to Creative Cloud is available. Windows, I let you do an update yesterday, and you're upsetting me quite a lot with these endless prompts. As a user of this computer, I essentially have like one rule for applications. If I deign you worthy of a download, never interrupt me unless it's mission critical. And I catch flack all the time, by the way. And so many of you out there, and I love you for your support, you have a bad habit. And it's a habit that is, you like to poke holes in arguments, even when you understand the spirit of the argument. They go, oh, NL, you're a computer guy, why do you never update your stuff? Some stuff is worth updating, some stuff isn't. You know, for every update that provides security, which I think is extremely important and probably the best reason to update your applications in a timely fashion. Here's an update that, hey, it installs the MSN toolbar. Looking at you, Oracle. Hey, this is an update that all of a sudden it allows, you know, Windows to push advertisements to you in the command, or not the command bar, but the start menu. So, you know, just because you're not wrong doesn't mean you're right, if that makes sense. People, you know, I should probably update my Adobe products. But I also do adhere to the, you know, I'm not a power user. I use Photoshop to put numbers onto pictures. As long as I can use layers and the font system works, like we're good. And I watch Twitter. I follow people that I would like to think if Adobe was like, hey, by the way, someone can hack into your, you know, refrigerator by using Creative Cloud, I would see it in a relatively timely fashion, and I'd be like, okay, that's on me. That's what I say about that. I know I've been making a lot of enemies by admonishing Windows updates recently. I'm not admonishing the Windows update. I'm just saying the Windows update always seems to happen at inopportune times, but the truth of the matter is that maybe there is no opportune time for a Windows update. By the way, I'm getting distracted. Are we gonna go for Delirium on this run? Yes. You might be wondering why I'm not looking for a self-sacrifice room. The reason is because we're gonna try to fight Hush and then get to Delirium. Ooh, because of I'm Drowsy, I think we can be pretty aggro here. But I think Dark Bum is all we want to take. So I'm gonna take a Thame as well because I'm stupid. Let's go down here. So this, if other people are just kind of phoning it in on today's daily, this is where we might be able to get a little competitive advantage. We definitely want this. We might be able to use, whoops. We might be able to use the D1 to do even better there, but I really want to duplicate I'm Drowsy. We have eyeball tears and we have analog tears. Certainly we want the soul. I think I am probably going to take the analog tiers. Much to the chagrin of the people watching, I'm still coming to terms with how I feel about eyeball tiers. Sometimes great, sometimes dubious, sometimes seem kind of bad. So I think I'm going to go analog stick just for the tier upgrade. Might not be your favorite choice of mine. I also recognize we can make more than one I'm drowsy pill by duplicating the 48-hour energy. In fact, we could make, conceivably, sort of infinite I'm drowsy pills. But we can only take one with us. So I think making one is fine. If we could make more on the room in question, that'd be worth something, but... Alright, well, so be it. No crawl space. So let's duplicate I'm drowsy, and we don't want to do it in here. We want to do it in here. And we want to pick this up first. And then we want to... Okay, there you go. Alright, so it should be a relatively easy fight here. All things considered. We've got very good damage. Hush's range should be essentially horrible. Lovely. That was not really Hush. That's the proto-Hush. I hope that you're the one. If not, you are the proto-Hush. We'll tiptoe through the run. Something, something, Zane, blah, blah. I'm so thirsty, you already know. 64 ounces daily of life-giving H2O. Please. So far, so good, but I almost want to, and this is a bad habit, but I almost want to get hit so that Smartfly can go to town. I am also stunned, and I just realized it. We didn't even get a 3rd level bandage girl. Oh, because we got rid of Book of Revelations. Yeah, okay. So I should not be stunned in the least. Now, even though our HP looks bad... actually, Superman looks bad. You look badly. Well, I mean, while that's true, it's also wrong. As unique as that is. Thank you, Soul. Our run is actually really, really good for HP. All we need is the right kind of room. You know, if we get hit, a Thame gives us a chance to recapture some of the HP that's been lost. I think something is blocking us from being hit there, which I'll take it, honestly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Moreover, Dark Bum means that, you know, we're expecting to get red hearts because our luck stat is pretty good. And as long as we're getting red hearts, we're going to be able to turn those into spirit hearts. So I think we got a really good chance to rank well in this daily now. Most people are probably going to be aware of the same sort of pattern that I'm taking advantage of here, that you can just get to Delirium and get a huge bonus point-wise, or at least a market bonus versus going to the Cathedral. But I don't know, maybe some people are going to be lazy, and they're going to be like, I don't want to go to the Delirium fight and fight Hush, it's annoying. Instead, I'd much rather just... you know, do a standard Cathedral run, which is a little bit more casual. I've been there. Many, many times. But I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I'm not doing dailies that frequently. Harness a well of energy that might not be as applicable for somebody who's been doing them more consistently, and pretend like that makes me a superior player in spite of the fact that that's essentially very short-sighted of me. You are not going to hit me? The soul is going to push you away. That's what's happening there. And because of the duplicated I'm drowsy pill, like, the shots never reach. The soul means that they're not going fast enough to get over the fact that the soul is pushing them away. We have a half-life opposing force that is greater than the force meeting us. If only it also reflected the bullets into Hush. There you go. You're done. This attack, still going to be fast. I'm actually really stoked he did that again, because it means we can kill him without having to wait for him to dip under the level one more time. So, I mean, sure. We really just need him to duplicate one of the pills. There we go. And heck, we didn't even need him to duplicate it. Now that I think about it, that was a little foolhardy. Anyway. Now, the only way you get a benefit for going through to Delirium, I think, is because of the fact that you get more rooms. So I think it's also up to us to not get hit. Dude, please give me a chance to, like, get the ability to fly on this room, or on this floor. We should acknowledge straight up, this could be Delirium. If it is, it's not gonna end the run, but, like, we definitely want to have I'm Drowsy. It's the gate. Stupid. Very stupid play. Seraphim, is it worth the damage taken? Probably, but there's no need to have taken that damage against a relatively easy enemy. I'm Drowsy, or no I'm Drowsy, like, Delirium's still not an easy boss. I think we should be cognizant of the fact we don't really want to eat it on this one. Because if we die, even more so than not ranking well, we're going to be in a position where we've reset our, you know, win 5 dailies in a row counter. Which just means that in the end, let me be real with you. If we're doing 31 dailies or 30 dailies, we're probably going to win 5 in a row at some point. I would like to think I have that capability inside of me. I'm sorry, but I don't want to ruin permanent Polaroid invincibility. As a result, you will be exploded. We could have D1'd the Spirit Hearts, and that actually is probably extremely advisable. And so we're actually going to take advantage of that right here. We already have an extra... I hate this room. Thank you, Soul. We already have an extra I'm Drowsy pill. I can just pick that one up. Thanks for all the red hearts, by the way. It's really made Dark Bum super useful so far. What I'm getting at is, we can always sort of create an I'm Drowsy as necessary if we get stuck in a bad situation, but creating an endless reservoir of demon hearts is probably a little bit better. And by a little bit, I mean substantially better, and like anybody with an Isaac-minded brain can figure that out more or less instantly, I think. So we don't even need to pick any of these up yet. Before we fight what appears to be Hush, and by Hush I mean Delirium, we probably will want to pick up all but one, maybe? You know, we only need one there as a template. It's not like it's a Yera situation. But we also are going to want to duplicate I'm Drowsy. Okay, there is a red heart there. And also there have been red hearts that have dropped. So essentially I'm just a hypocrite. I'm complaining about not getting these red hearts, and then whenever... Oh, well, never mind. Turns out I'm completely vindicated because my boy's paying out with spiders. Highly uncalled for. So this room, again, could be the Hush fight. And by Hush, I mean Delirium. Yet again. So we're going to go get I'm Drowsy, and then we're going to get all of the demon hearts but one. All of the demon hearts but one. Do not pick up the last demon heart. Because if it is Delirium, we're going to want him. And if it's not Delirium, we're probably not going to lose him. Who do we have? Triachnid. Decent enemy to slow down. And we get butt bombs. Probably worth taking, because we get the points out of the butt bombs. But many items at this point, if they don't offer us anything, we're not going to take them. Like Sulfuric Tears, it's not the right time. We can't get to it anyway. It's very much a you can't fire me, I quit sort of situation, but even still. Feels like a secret room to me. On a floor like that, to find the secret room, just on a hunch, a little bit surprising. Not a spider. Hey, we're making progress. I need piercing shots, man. Like, the bones are doing fine. I need shots that can cut multiple turrets down in their prime, though. So we should go back and duplicate. I'm going to be a very, very bad boy and not do that. And the reasoning... This is a bad room to do this on. The reasoning is that I don't want to. But I also feel like we don't need to. Because we now have essentially full HP. And again, this is another good room for us because we can endlessly kind of duplicate here. As long as we come in with the charge. Great opportunity to use I'm Drowsy. Please be destroyed before you attack again. Thank you very much. He's too slow. I don't know where the feet are coming from. Okay, good stuff. HP. We don't actually want it. It's deleterious right now. I think... that's not going to be Delirium. You don't need to... It's not going to be Tiny Room Delirium. So I was thinking, I do want to pop I'm Drowsy, but it is a little bit of mental overhead to get it set up. We definitely do not want that. So I will see you later. Well, the odds are that Delirium is probably not over here. So we got a long trip. But again, we have to... I mean, maybe it's a good thing. That's a little late for that trinket to be useful, but maybe it's a good thing, because we're getting a good incentive and no easy shortcut to doing every single room on the floor. So, in the end, as annoying as it might be, is probably the sensible approach. And in the end... You know, glory is eternal and pain is temporary. Except for, like, you know, chronic injuries, which can mess you up for life. You know, it might not be worth tearing the meniscus on your knee, for example, just to run an extra, you know, 1 or 2 kilometers over what you normally do. Just, you know, it's possible that 3 years later, you know, even after you think it's fully healed, it still aches in the rain. And, you know, on the odd day, it makes descending down staircases very painful. But, you know, it was definitely, like, worth it at the time. 100%. 100%. It's not like a debilitating or anything. Now, you could just stand there. Thank you. All right, Loki. I didn't even make one makes you drowsy, and that is not the name of that pill. I didn't even make a drowsy. I'm drowsy pill in this situation. Maybe I should have. I don't want you, Blister. At this point, there's probably like 2 bosses left. I did take the Miter, and it probably is overkill. Like, it makes Dark Bum maybe not as useful. But it just, you know, cuts out the middleman. I guess we'd rather get half a Spirit Heart than half a Red Heart that could become a full Spirit Heart once we get 3 of them. You can run the proportional representation on that one. Bad, but we also got another Spirit Heart back straight away. It's amazing. You know, we take 2 hits of damage, and look at, like, our entire reason for being on this floor has now come way down. With 99 cents, I just don't care. Like, we were 800 points above this or something. Now we're back roughly where we started the floor. This is actually literally guaranteed to be Delirium. So let's kill him. I'm Drowsy may actually... There's probably some dissent here, but I think it might actually be the 100% consensus best pill to bring into a Delirium fight. Maybe even best card. Even I know it's not a card, but like the best of the 2 categories. Runes included. Maybe a little bit less valuable when you have the stopwatch, so if you got hit once, you probably would have crushed him anyway, but... Yeah, we're going to leave this run with a win. It seems essentially guaranteed. feeling pretty good about the way that things went down. I think we played relatively well. We made smart decisions. Took a little bit too much damage. More damage than I would otherwise feel comfortable with, but you gotta go. We're gonna be leaving with confidence at an all-time medium. Not a 10 out of 10 performance. But strategically, we're up there somewhere. It's our real advantage, was having a big old brain on this one. More so than usual. Don't be so skittish, you got the soul. Keep him guessing. That's fine. Again, in the end, I think it's almost a wash. Oh, now it's less than a wash for us to have come down here. But what's done is done. One of those guys is moving too fast. I should also point out, you know, we're gonna have to beat Delirium as the Lost at some point. Any extra Delirium practice is probably worth something. You are deceased, I think, starting right now. Thank you. Hopefully we get a little bonus. I don't think we do. We got like 100 extra points. Hey, 156. I can live with that. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll be back with another non-daily probably in our next episode. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.